Hello, and welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm here on the coast of the Northern Ocean. This is where I originally built, or when I expanded rather, my oil production. I built, built all these out here. There are 4 total oil extractors. Is that what they're called? Oil extractors, yes. There are 4 total oil extractors out here. They come out to be exactly 300 cubic meters per minute. I almost did per second. So they were exactly 1 pipe going into the base. The base is that way, of course. I also came out here to set up some water extractors. Only 2 of them are actually hooked up. They are, that's 240 in this pipe, which is how much we needed, if I remember correctly, from the last episode when we looked at the needs for the aluminum processing. We're going to head back into the base. I thought I would start out here just to show you what was out here, since I had never actually shown you the build that's out here. And of course we start at nighttime. But yeah. So as you can see, there's a bit of a poison field here going out there. So I needed filters. I made a bunch. I used a bunch. I also redid the oil pipe that is here. It was just on the regular pipeline stands. The logistics. Oh, the pipeline supports. It was just on these. I don't think that the stack-up ones weren't available to me yet, or there's an issue with them, something at the time, so I didn't use them out here. But I just replaced them all, and also I've squished this pipe over against the rock here a bit, so that if I wanted to later, I could drive a car out there. So that's the oil we set up originally, many episodes ago. And of course, our curious creature, Walker. And the water pipe comes in here, jumps up a bit. I will probably fix this when I rebuild the refinery as part of the base rebuild. But for now, it is what it is. And it goes down there, and it starts climbing up. I built this this ramp here, just like get down from the main base level, which is this one here, down to that midpoint step, which serves as a transfer for the pipe, because the pipe can't go up as high as it needs to go because it's too long. You're limited to 48 meters per pipe, just like with the belts, and that includes vertical meters for pipes. And I think lifts are 52 meters, though, the belt lifts. But anyway, so I had to have a midpoint somewhere, and the regular base level was actually a bit too high. So I ended up dropping down 20 meters here to connect it up there, to jump it up there. So we're going to head back up to the main base level here. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have fired up the AMAM while we were out there. Actually, I'll just go ahead and fire one up right here, right now. Even though there's one just a dozen meters away. Quick wire cable. That is tempting. Definitely not worried about this one. And again, we don't have turbo fuel research yet, so I'm not going to worry about that one just now. So I think we'll go ahead and take quick wire cable. I can't remember if this is the one I want, or if I just want the alternate recipe there. I think it's just I just want the one with the wire and the rubber, but we'll take this one anyway, just to be thorough, because I do want them all. I need to check and see if there's any more recipes I actually want of the alternates before we actually can start the rebuild, because if we need more, then I'm going to have to go out and do some more recipe hunting. I gathered up the materials for unlocking nuclear power. And that is a box of sort of shame. I made, not realizing how much biomass the alien carapaces produced, I made way too much when I was making filters. So I just stuffed it into a box because this is all completely packed now. I have a completely full box worth of biofuel that I eventually will convert into liquid and use it. But for now, it is what it is. Alright, so let's do this process, which means I need to go get some more heavy modular frames and computers before I can build anything that takes them. But I think for right now, anything we need for the bauxite doesn't actually need them. So hopefully, anyway, we will unlock nuclear power. And Ada?
Milestone reached. With the provided buildings and parts, you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output. Uranium scanning unlocked. Note: this method of power generation creates nuclear waste.
We figured it would, Ada. Okay, so we got stuff under power. We have a nuclear power plant. That, of course, takes supercomputers, which takes aluminum either directly or indirectly, so we still need to have aluminum set up. But I figured since this one didn't actually require aluminum to unlock, I would go ahead and unlock it. Was there anything else specific that it unlocked? Except for just recipes? Just recipes. So it unlocked... Can I see what it unlocked? Yes. All the nuclear components. Apparently it updates the scanner with a sulfur scan. Oh, to make sulfuric acid. Right. So we'll have to set this up, because I do intend on having nuclear set up, at least a small amount in this base. I may not do a massive amount, but at least a small amount. So we're going to go ahead and set all this up eventually, but I wanted to go ahead and unlock it now. And then we could do either one of these next, but I think we'll do this one, the advanced aluminum production, next when we have alkylate aluminum plates being made. So, I can't remember if I built this... I redid this ramp as part of my sort of foundation expansion here. I can't remember if I did that before the last episode or not. It's been a couple of days since I recorded last, and it's been a busy couple of days, so I don't remember what it was that I have done and have not done. So we have our belt of bauxite coming in over there. I actually want to build the bauxite over here. I want it to be probably no closer than here. Let me mark this. Well, that pole, that stack pole. But I also want to make sure I leave enough room for Caterium with the copper over here, which means that I probably don't want to go any further than here, or maybe even here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foundations worth of space. And I'll go this way before I go that way, I think. So let's see what we can build. I believe we decided last time to have 3 refineries making or processing the aluminum. Yeah, we're going to need more space. Actually, you know what? Let me do the assembler first. And I'll start it do here. Maybe I'll go a little bit further out. Yeah, let's go further out. Or do I? Yeah, I think so. Assembler there. You know what? Actually, I don't remember everything we talked about making. I think one of them was a foundry. That might have even been the next one. So this makes... weird. This makes aluminum ingots. That takes the aluminum scrap and silica. This is going to make the alclad plates, which I probably just... Yep, sheets. Which takes the aluminum ingots and copper ingots. So I might actually want to flip this around and have it output this way and then go right into it. But let's continue on. And then I think the next was just 4 refineries. Oops, that's backwards. Refinery, click, click. Thank you, game. 1 refinery for the aluminum scrap, and 3... Huh. That's actually going to fit pretty well if all my numbers are correct. And I'm out of pipes, so we'll have to wait on that. Let's see if we get everything right, though. So we need alumina solution, which takes the bauxite and water in, hence what's above our heads, and converts it into alumina solution and silica. And then we need to do this one with that as well. Wait a minute. It was... Where was it? It was down here. Okay. That outputs 80 alumina solution. And then this one, making the aluminum scrap, pulls in 240 alumina solution. So yes, it was 3 of those to 1 of these. This is outputting 360 parts per minute into here. Oh, we needed 1.5 of these. Okay. So I will make adjustments. I need to go get those pipes anyway. So I think what I will do is I'll pause, I'll run down and get the pipes, and I'll come back up here and continue building. Okay, and I'm back. While I was paused, I decided to change my mind a little bit. And I reconfigured these to be more like, almost like bus-based or mini bus-based, where the stuff will come in off of that outside line there and come down into these little fingerlings here, kind of how we did the other setups for the smelting. I think this might work better in the long run. I might have also spaced it out a bit too much, so I'm actually going to build from this end backwards and look at the spacing and make sure the spacing makes sense. Before we do that, though, let's put down a MAM again. And... Ooh. Ooh. That might be worth it. Let's look at that. I'm going to take this one. I think this is one that I want for my final base anyway. So I think I'm going to take this one. Let's look at that. Instead of using all that extra silica, let's see if we can, in fact, use it right away, or at least in part. It is slower, so that might be a problem. But it doesn't use the extra stuff, so it might be better. Let's take a look at it at least. Okay, hard drive. I'm going to leave this here just so we have it to stare at when we're wandering around up here. So where is... I bet you it's made in... That might be another reason why it's more efficient. That might be made in a regular smelter instead of a foundry, which is less power. Yes, it is. So that's only... What's the power on those? 4 versus 16. So even if we have to set up 4 times as many, that's the same amount of electricity, which isn't a bad deal at all. I wish the no power thing didn't block this out. I think that's... Well, it's 12, so it's 144. Because it's 3 becomes 36, so 12 becomes 144. So 144 aluminum scrap. And we are making 360. So I could set up like 3 of those to consume all of this and run them in a little bit underclocked. And it would give us the same output as 1.5 of these. Yeah. Alright, that sounds like a good deal to me. Whether it is or not at this point in the game, I'm not sure. But yeah. So I think we'll do this, and I'm just going to leave the third one there because we're probably going to move this stuff around a bit more anyway. So the final thing here is, of course, alkali aluminum sheets, or aluminium if you happen to be in the other rest of the world. This is going to consume 60 aluminum ingots per minute. These guys are going to produce... let's see, I think I want this to output... Oh, this is going to output more. I want it to output whatever 120... Let me see what that is. 120 divided by 144. That's 83.33%, so we'll call that 84%. That's going to output 30.24 for each and consume 120. And I'll put 30.24, and this is going to consume 60. So I need to have 2 of these set up, clocked at some weird number that we'll have to math out. But let's go ahead and set this one up here then. And this will be Alclad. I'm actually really excited about this. So the other thing I want to do here, of course, is to make sure that my spacing is correct. I also need to switch out my logistics buttons here so that I put belts on 3, splitters on 5, mergers on 6, and lifts on 7. No, lifts on 7. What did I have on 8? I think that was rails. We'll leave it alone for now. We don't need it if it was rails. So I want to be able to make sure, that I can bring in some copper here. However I bring it in. And then also to bring these 3 into these 2. So we need to merge them and split them, or split this middle one, merge it into the outer 2, and then bring it into the, you know what, actually I think I'm going to move these out just a bit. Assembler. I want to make sure I have enough room here. And since this is a new setup that I'm doing, I really need to make sure. So I have this set. Yeah, it's 1 meter behind. That's fine. We'll go here. There we go. Weird. The coloring. Aluminum. Alclad aluminum sheets. Okay. That is... I hope that fixes itself. I remember that happened a couple times before. So if I want to bring in... Let's see, copper and aluminum. I could bring 1 in on level and 1 in above. And I think it makes sense to bring the copper in above since it's coming from elsewhere anyway. I'm just going to bring it in from that level, though. From, like, the minimum level, I think. Although that's where the pipe is, isn't it? Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's put the copper up here somehow. And bring these up to match that, which is 1, 2, 3. You know what? I should do it like this. 7. Yeah, I put it too far away, but that's okay. I think it needs to be there. And 7 again. 7, thank you. Still didn't click right. Put that one at the same level? Yes, it did. Okay. Take these guys out again then. So this will be a splitter here. Splitter, thank you. I should have just done it this way. That was foolish of me. No, that's too close. Need to go out 1 more meter. So it goes there. So everything's too close then. That's fine. We can fix it. There that goes. Delete these guys. Although I should have left the 1, I think. Is that right? Nope. I don't like how the lines don't always show up. And that'll go into there. Perfect. It'll get deleted. This goes right there. Tink. Although we don't technically need the splitter there. So that'll bring in the copper we need from over here someplace. Let's see. This needs to be... I think on this line. It's a bit unfortunate positioning, but the way that it is. Yes, that is perfect. Okay. And then we need to have some combination of these three guys. Middle one needs to split and then be merged into one here for the outer. We'll go... I think it's there. Nope. It's not anywhere near there. Okay, there it is. Merger. Merger. And then a splitter. That looks to be centered. Okay, so these guys need to move, naturally. The middle one, of course, I want to be centered on that splitter, and it can be right up close to it like that, I think. The other way around, though. Now I'll make it this far away. This one can go... It could ideally go right next to it. But that's too far away for that merger. So what I'm going to do is come actually all the way out here. There, I think. And I think it's there as well. Nope, too close. It must be there. Perfect. Bang my head. And that one I did do correctly. Excellent. Okay. So those will come in here. They'll get merged like this. This one will come in here and get split evenly. And then this one will come in here and get the other split. And that'll go in there. And that looks kind of good. I'm kind of proud of that. Oops. Did I hear the man making noise, or is it not time yet? Not time yet. We have 30 seconds. Okay, now you guys need just the aluminum scrap. This is going to output aluminous... No. This is going to output... Oh yes, this outputs the scrap. Inputs the solution, outputs the scrap plus water. So I have to take the water back here to the pipe and add it back into the pipe. This is done now. 5 seconds. Okay. Now enough. It is now enough. Alright, so what do we want? Turbo heavy fuel, Caterium wire, or electrode circuit board? Well, electrode circuit board I definitely don't want. I also don't think I want Caterium wire. So, I think I'll take this turbo heavy fuel option, even though I don't know that I'll actually even make heavy fuel, or turbo fuel I should say. But at this point, we'll take what we can get, or what we're getting I should say. Okay, so this one I think we're going to move as well. Yeah. And then let's put it, let's figure out where this needs to go. So temporarily I will put it right way too close. I know that was way too close. So it's going to output... Oh, we need to bring petroleum coke up here too. I forgot all about that. So it's going to output the 360 parts per minute of aluminum scrap and some water. So we need to be able to handle both the fluid and the solid. I think the easiest way to handle the solid is to just take a splitter. I mean, I guess this one should be in the middle. Yeah, I think it should be actually moved to the middle. And I think it can actually be that close. And then just split it like this. Not like that. Because you know we have to have neat curves here if we at all possible. And then we need to go here. Back by 2. And in you go. And then we'll move this one so that the output is... the solid output is right here. Moving straight into this guy. means right there. And unless there's a reason why... Be able to go right there. And then the water, the fluid, I think... Can I do this? You know what? I need to put that, or get that fluid stand. I'll just do this. Do it this way. It's easier. Now let's see what the pipe looks like going all squiggle mode. Well, it doesn't like it. I might be too close. Encroaching others' clearance. Whose clearance are you encroaching? What if I did RR? Okay. So I do need to back this up a bit. What if I go there then? Is this the right spot? Or is this not the right spot? Pipe. Vertical mode. How does that look? That looks okay. Better would be, I think, one more meter closer. If I can pull it off. That's too close. Right there. No. How about there? I think, did I do the same spot? I might have done the same spot. One more try. This one isn't better than... I will probably not do another one. That's what I wanted. So it comes immediately out and immediately up. So this is garbage, of course. As is this one. And then from here... Oh, if we do that... that needs to be obviously a much faster belt. But for now, as we've talked about before, I design in... Tier 1 belts, and then go from there. Let me see if I can get this positioned correctly to provide me guidance on where that thing, nope, logistics, junction cross goes. And this should guide me right there, maybe? I think right there. Give me that. You go into there. That looks pretty nice. And that, of course, is going in the wrong direction, but that's fine. It'll straighten itself out eventually. So this is where we're making... something. Oh, aluminum scrap. There it is. So we need to connect all three of these refineries to this one's input for the alumina, and then we need to also bring in petroleum coke, which I need to figure out. So I think what I will do for the petroleum coke is... actually, you know what? A better way to do the petroleum coke might be to just go... So we already have the copper at that level down there. And I'm going to have to bring the petroleum coke in from that way as well, because of where it's being made. So I think I'll just put the petroleum coke up on level 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's put in... Actually, let's put in one of these. Nope. Well, here. There. 2, 3, 4. And then number 7. There. Yeah, I had it not quite aligned correctly, but it's still tinked, which is what I wanted. And then, how does this go? I think if I put this here, 2, 3, 4, and I take out these ones here, just the two on the top. I also don't need this one anymore. If I brought this belt here, straight into there, that would be perfect. Now the only risk here is if I ended up expanding this the way that it is, I would have to replace that elevator with not only some splitters that are here, but also move that belt out. So it might be worth my while. Oh my. Could that be? Is this the right spot? Or is it off by 1? I think it's off by 1 meter. I think it needs to be there, doesn't it? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this out and this out. Put this in here. Yes. So that's not going to work for this one, is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's too perfect for truth. So I'm going to leave that the way that it is now. And, yeah. I couldn't do that any better if I tried. So this is gonna, this is the coke plus the alumina solution. These are gonna output alumina solution and silica. The silica we're gonna have to use. I have to send it somewhere. And I think I actually want to move these guys all out by a bit, because this should actually have been here already. How high do I want to go with this? Probably gonna end up shipping it that way. All of our silica is being used down there someplace. I can take it on the third belt, so yeah, third. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, this should be a merger, not a splitter. That's fine, as long as the top one's right, the rest of them will follow suit. But I'm not in the right spot. Doggone it. Merger. Okay. What is wrong with me now? Seriously. No, merger. Ah, that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take you guys out. And then this can go onto another thing to go that way. On the same belt as the copper, because the copper doesn't need to come down this far. So, that means that these guys all need to move, naturally. Do this one first. Let's see, I'm going to stand right here and put this in, just like this. I think there. We'll know when we test it. Nope, too close. 1 more meter back. I'm going to delete this one. Place it next to here. To use as a guide. Then go, alright, come on. Fiddly bits. There you go. How's our hard drive doing? Nice. Okay, adhered iron plate is the only recipe that I'm interested in of the two, and then of course we have the expanded pocket dimension that I will spend extra hard drives on, which we don't have extra hard drives, but I'll go get more. That one will start. We probably won't finish it this episode. We're already a little bit over time, but I want to go ahead and finish this, at least some of this setup, so that we aren't spending time in the next stream doing it. I'd like to let this thing get kicked on. Stream. Episode. Yeah. Here. 1. Yes. 2, 3, 4. Elevator, go up. Let's see, this one here. Two, three, 4. Uh-huh. And yep. And yep. Perfect. And then we need to deal with these pipes. You know what? I think this is going to have to be a 2-episode setup because we have all the pipes to fiddle with yet, and we have, and then we have to also get rid of this silica. So I think we'll end here, and we will finish setting this up in the next episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.